What's going on, Pats Nation? Welcome to another episode of Ken's Pats Talk. Appreciate y'all joining me or whatnot. And for the ones that's going to join later on tonight or whenever, make sure you like, share, and you subscribe as always. I ain't gonna be here too long tonight. Just want to know I've been going for a couple days, but hey man, let's talk some Pats ball, man. There's a lot of storylines been coming out. I know we're gonna be interviewing some OCs this week, some offensive coordinators, so that's good for Pats Nation. Bill O'Brien is probably probably the top candidate. I'm hearing a lot of names. He might bring Doug Marrone with him as the OC, as the offensive line coach. So we got that going on there. Nick Haley, he's already on the staff. He might get interviewed. He might just bunt him up. I've heard what's the guy's name from the used to coach for the Jets. But anyway, he might be getting interviewed or what. Nice name come to me a little bit. It's a lot of guys that are. Oh, Cliff Kingsbury. Now, I heard he took a trip, so he's out of the country at the time, so he probably won't be a candidate. But we have a lot. We have a few candidates, and we should be hearing something soon. I think by the end of the week or going into next week, we should have our new OC, or should have. We should be moving in that direction somehow. That's what I really believe that. So far this all season, I know it's early. Season only been over about 2 weeks for us, but so far I think it's positive. I think the off season has been very positive so far. Like can't really ask for too much more. I mean, we've they put out the statement last week that we're gonna be looking for it's something out of the ordinary. We know we're a private team. We keep stuff to the close, but it's good for us right now. It's very good for us right now, and I like what I'm hearing. We're more open, and I think Kraft came down and he talked with Bill, and like things are moving in the right direction. It's still early. The next few weeks, probably gonna be tagging some players. Probably hopefully we re-sign some players. I get in that in a minute. Got free agency coming up in a couple months. The draft is in April, so it's about to be busy. But I like so far the progress that we made. I like what I'm hearing, and that's huge. So far for me for this off season, my plans are, man, I want to grow this content. I want to grow my content, grow this page. I want to get the subscribers up and all that, man. And we're gonna take off because when the season starts back in August, September, I want to start doing some live streams, doing some giveaways, have some guests. This all season, man, we're gonna be rocking. We're gonna be jam packed this all season. We're gonna have guests on, giveaways, and y'all gonna help me grow this thing, man. I'm gonna get it here and be a lot more consistent. Probably do at least probably about three shows a week, just Patriots updates, Patriots content. I'm gonna get into some draft coverage, probably about in April, probably end of March. Free agency is gonna be all in March. So in March we're gonna be full of free agency. Probably get into some combine, like some draft eligible players later on in February or whatnot. But that's a little bit down the line. But man, I'm just happy, man. I'm happy for the ones that are subscribed and they tune out my shows, the ones that share, like, subscribe. I appreciate all of it, man. Lord knows I do. I really do. But as far as this Patriots team, our free agency, we got a bunch of them. I know Jacoby Myers stands out. Jonathan Jones, a few guys. We can tender some guys. I think we're gonna be active. We got some money. I think I seen today we got like 33 million, I think, in cap space. So that's a lot more than what we had last. I think last year we had just about 10 million, like a little over 10, a little under 10. We didn't have much, so we didn't do much. We made a few signings, but they weren't really nothing major. But this year, I think we're gonna make some noise. I don't think it'd be as much as we did the first year after 2020 season, 2021. I don't think it'd be that. We won't spend that much money, but we're gonna make some moves. I think we're gonna acquire some players via trade, and I think we're gonna do a lot, man. I can't wait. This right here, as a football fan, I know me as a Patriots fan, this right here is the most active time. It's the best time. The season, everybody loves the season, but the off season is when a lot of stuff happens. Man, you build your team through February, March, and April. You got your combine in February when you send out people to go scout for players and stuff. Free you got March, so you're gonna sign some players and trade. In April, you got the draft. So this is right here, February through April is team building. It's really team building. So you can get a good look at what your team's gonna look like between the months of February and April. So I mean, I think with us, we need linemen. We could use depth at corner. We need a bigger corner on the outside. Of course, we need a number one wide receiver. I like what we got in Parker, Thornton. I'm just going over what's under contract. Who's going to be up in the contract? I know we're not re-signing Aguilar. Right now we got Parker, Thornton, Taquan Thornton, Devontae Parker, Jacoby Myers. Myers is afraid, but I hope we bring him back. Still got Kendrick Bourne. I think Aguilar's gone. I believe we got Kirsten Wilkerson coming back. I think we got him for another year. But we got to get a number one in there, man. We got to. I love Devontae Parker, but he gets hurt, and we bring him in to be that guy. He's supposed to be the guy in Miami. But I love Parker. He just always hurt, man. He's not as consistent enough for me. We need somebody. Tyquan Thornton, I think he has great potential. I don't know about number one. I think he'll be a really good number two. I really think so. With his speed and opening up things on the outside, I think he could be really good for us. Um, the other thing too, man, I think the defense. I think our defense is solid. Definitely can add some depth. I like to see some depth, some more speed at linebacker, but definitely a corner. Because we played Buffalo twice this year, and some of the Minnesota, some other teams we played. We need a corner, another corner. Jack Jones got hurt, so that definitely did hurt us a little bit there. Jalen Mills was hurt. Johnson Jones played solid. His first year been outside. We already know Marcus Jones. He did it real good this year, but I think we probably move Marcus to slot next year and Jack Jones probably get the other corner and probably draft one. And I can see us moving Jalen Mills to safety. I really can see that because we don't know what Devin McCourty is going to do. I know he's heading that retirement. He's been set the past couple of years, but we need to get younger at that position, man, at safety. Duggar's still there. Filler. I hope we re-sign Jabril Peppers. That'd be great. But we got to fill that void left by McCourty. I think I'm just excited, man. I really can't wait to get in a lot of these shows with y'all, man. Like I said, February is gonna be jam-packed month, full of combine talk and free agency. Then later on, about the middle, after the free agency, like the first wave of free agency, I'm gonna get into some draft stuff. I'm gonna have some guests on. I already got some guys. That's gonna be coming on late March, and up into the draft. Probably have a draft, depending on how everything go. But I might have a draft watch party, see what the Patriots do. But as far as the coaching, I hope I know I just said that we might bring in Bill O'Brien. I hope we do because I think with his familiarity with Mac and with the Patriots in the system, he can do a lot and it'd be a big help. Anybody better than what we had this past season would be good for us. I mean, anybody better than Patricia. It'd be great for us, man. So we bring in Bill O'Brien. I think that deal should get done probably later on this week or probably up until next week. So that should be done. And once we get an OC, we got to get a offensive line coach, quarterback coach. Everything falls behind that. So maybe Bill O'Brien might bring in his own guys. If he does, that's good too. So we got to get on that right now, man. So that's what we on. Like I said, February you get your staff right. March it's more so players. You know what I mean? It's team building in March and April. But you got to get that staff right first because you want to know by the time you go to the combine, you won't know what system you run in and all. That's why you want to have your coaching and stuff straight. You want to know all that stuff. What you run that way, you know what type of players that you want to look for. So that's what we're working on right now. Talk about the little game last night. Former Tom Brady lost last night to the Dallas Cowboys. Kind of hurt me a little bit because I was going with Tampa or whatnot, but they're at the playoffs and a lot of talk about his future. What's he going to do? Him and Aaron Rodgers, and basically the same boat. Seems like we were just here with them last year, but I think Brady comes back. My guess, if I had to guess today, I think he goes to the Raiders. Um, I don't really want. I know a lot of fans want him back in New England. I don't want him back with the Patriots, man. I think youth is huge, and we needed that, man. He's not the same. From what we got right now. And I know we can build a team around him, a good team, but I just don't feel it's the right fit right now, man. And I mean, I don't think though. I think that's over. That bridge is done, man. I don't. There's no point of bringing that back. So I like Mac. I'm a huge Mac Jones fan. I think we should just stick with that and just stay young at the position, man. Just stay young. I mean, who wouldn't want Brady for a year? But I just don't think we can't do it right now. What we trying to do, I don't think is a good fit. I don't think he'd come back to us. I think he got other better options out there. He got Miami. He got the Raiders. I've heard Tennessee, even San Francisco. So I think there's other better options out there for Brady. So I don't think it'll be with us. Now I'm a huge Mac Jones guy, man. Huge Mac Jones guy. Put the right piece around Mac, you got your guy right there. You seen what Cincinnati did with Burrow. You seen what Miami did with Tua, Philly and Hurts, Allen and Buffalo. When you build around them the right way, the rest is the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. So I think Brady. I think he's gonna go to the Raiders. I don't think he'll be back with the Buccaneers because last night Brady looked like somebody that was done. He already had one foot out the door. And we seen this a few years ago with the Patriots in the wild card round when Tennessee came in there and beat us. I think that team in Tampa's get a little old. I got a few guys. They have a few guys that are coming up on contracts and whatnot. And I just think this year, from a coaching perspective, it wasn't right. It was never right with Todd Bowles and Brady this year. I think a lot of things happened, so I don't think Brady will be back in Tampa this year. The writing's definitely been on the wall there, and of course with all the stuff he got going on in his personal life. So yeah, I don't think he'll be back in Tampa. On behalf of to the Cowboys, they played good. That Prescott played a pretty good game. They got a lot of contributions from key players. T.Y. Hilton, C.D. Lamb, Dalton Short for the big game. Pollard, Z, they got a lot in that defense. Mike Parsons, they played good. They got a big game this week against the 49ers. So that should be interesting. But hey man, we get ready for another big week of football. Another big week. The division round. You got Cincinnati going to Buffalo. That's gonna be a huge one. They get that rematch there from the travesty that happened a couple weeks ago on Monday Night Football. You got who else? Kansas City and Jacksonville. Jacksonville, they played earlier this year. That was a close game. That was a real close game. So Jacksonville get the right. Their wrongs. They're going to Kansas City. NFC, Dallas, San Francisco, and you got Philly and the Giants. I think the Giants playing some good ball. They're playing some really good ball right now. So I mean, Philly cannot sneak. They cannot sneak on them. They're not your ordinary fifth seed. They cannot. You cannot. Sixth seed. You cannot slip on the Giants. Can't sleep on them. You cannot. I actually think they got a good chance going there and getting that game, man. This week, ooh, it's like the home teams for the most part they held on, man, except for last night in Tampa. But Tampa's been bad all year. So, but for the most part, the home teams held their own this past week, the wild card around the playoffs. So other than that, that's gonna wrap it up for tonight. Ken's Pats Talk. Just want to get y'all the latest Patriots update. Talk a little bit about this past weekend and the game last night with Tampa and Dallas. Also, like I said, I'm gonna reiterate again. Stay tuned. This off season, we're gonna be jam packed. We're gonna be grinding. Got a lot of off season shows, the draft, free agency, combine. We got a lot of stuff going on. Y'all gonna help me grow this page, man. Y'all gonna help me grow it, and we're gonna take off with it. That's the goal. We're gonna take off with it. It's gonna take each of you to do it. I appreciate all y'all that join. Appreciate the one that's going to join in later on. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And just stay tuned, man. Pats Nation. Appreciate y'all joining me.